So we use 3 envelopes at our house. We use the spending envelope, the saving envelope, and the giving envelope when we paid the little guys. And so giving, spending, saving, what we would do is take that $5, those 5 $1 bills, and we would break them up into these 3 envelopes. And so we'd say, okay, we're going to put into giving, we're going to put $1 in the giving envelope, we're going to put $2 in the spending envelope, and $2 in the saving envelope. And then we get ready to go do some giving at church. What do? You go get your giving envelope on Sunday, and you take your money that you earned, and you give your money. That's different than, we're getting out of the car, walking through the church parking lot, I'm going to give you a little money for the children's church plate. That child didn't do anything. They were just a courier for your money. They don't receive any kind of lesson from that. They don't receive any kind of blessing from that. But when they cleaned up their toys and they fed the dog and they did the dishwasher, and then some of that money is given, their little character starts to change. And they're more natural givers than you and I are. It's not hard to teach them to give, most of them. Okay? And you teach them to save money and to set some goals, and you teach them to spend money, and you do celebration Barbie, or sort of kind of had a party Barbie, or whatever you need to do. You buy whoever you can afford. That's what you do. And you save up that money and do that. So work the 3 like that until they get a little bit older. Now, when they get a little bit older, they're 13 to 15 years old, what we did at that age, 15, 16 years old for some of them, if they've been trained on this other stuff all the way up, and they've got these ideas of work, giving, saving, spending, and how money works in those 4 categories, then you can put them on a checking account. We did that with our kids. We said, okay, here's what we normally would spend on you in our neighborhood on clothing, on entertainment, on car gas for your car that we would give you. Not the car, but the car gas. Here's the money that we would normally spend on you anyway. We're not going to give it out to you like $20, $20. I was on vacation the other day, and I saw this dad by the pool that had a t-shirt that said, "My kids think I'm an ATM." And I looked at that and I thought, no, your kids think you're spineless. They think there's no end to you. They think they can just come up to you at any time and do anything with you. That's not funny to me. It's kind of sick. And so instead, what we're going to do is we're going to give you this amount of money in your checking account at the first of the month. When we started doing that, our girls particularly start shopping at different stores. Because you buy 1 dress with that amount of money, or you can buy 15 things with that amount of money. It just depends on how you think about it. And when that's it, and they really believe that Dad said that's it, then that's it. And it's been amazing. And you get the opportunity, they have a new chore. Keeping the checkbook bounced. Not bouncing any checks. I've got one that's never bounced a check. All the way up through college and never bounced a check. I've got another one that bounced a check one time. Can you imagine being Dave Ramsey's kid and bouncing a check? Oh, man. I made that one go down and talk to the banker. I said, you have to go down to the banker and personally apologize. You will never bounce another check again. You just do that one time when you're 16 years old, right? You apologize for lying to them, for writing a check and out of their bank that you didn't have the money in there to cover. You lied. It's an integrity issue. Dad, you're kidding. No, I look like I'm kidding. You get your butt down there. Change their life. What a wonderful lesson. What if somebody done that to me when I was 16? It's been a whole different Dave Ramsey story, I can promise you. It's a whole different mindset on how this stuff works. The other thing we've done is we decided when our kids were teenagers, or long before they were teenagers, we started telling them this, we're not buying your car. I'm not going to buy your car. I'm saving up, I'm going to pay for your college education, but I'm not buying your car. If you want a car, you better save up the money. We've been blessed, so I will match you. Our matching plan is 401 Dave. I'll match you as you go along, but I am not buying your car. So whatever you save up, that's what you're going to have. One of them was saving long, and somebody asked him the other day, how are you doing towards your saving? And they said, I think I'm headed towards a really nice bicycle. So I'm going to have to kind of get with it. But I'll tell you what, the first one saved up some money, got a match, and got a nice car. The second one went, whoa, that happened for real. Dad wasn't kidding. Got on the ball, got more money, got a bigger, nicer car. The third one's going, Dad, I'm thinking new Hummer. And really, probably could have pulled that off, but we kind of went in and intervened. So here's my suggestion to you. If you're going to do the 401 match thing, I would recommend on the front end saying up to a certain amount. Put a limit on it, okay? I wasn't smart enough to see this coming, because as they move down the siblings, they get smarter about this, okay? Once they see it's a real deal and it's really, really, really going to happen.
It's hard to watch your parents fight about money and struggle every day with bills. Dad gets letters from teens all the time asking, how can we help our parents? The good news, by taking this class, you won't have to live with money struggles. The best thing you can do right now is go home and share with your parents what you're learning. Show them the budget forms on the website, and just get excited about this stuff, and then they'll be interested. But be careful. Don't give them advice if they don't ask for any. Money's a touchy subject to begin with. Dad calls this the powdered butt syndrome. When someone has powdered your butt, they have trouble taking advice from you. All you can do is be excited and share with them what you're learning, and just love them. They're doing the best they can.
So the deal is this. You need to teach your kids about money, and they want to know. A Charles Schwab survey just the other day said 89% of teens want to know more about money. That's why the high schools need to be teaching it. Teens are really hungry for this stuff. They want to know how it works. And yet a Jumpstart Coalition study of high school seniors did a survey and did some testing of high school seniors all across the nation in all kinds of different socioeconomic settings. It wasn't just poor neighborhoods or rich neighborhoods. And here's what happened. 52.4% of the people that took the exam, a basic personal finance exam as a senior in high school, achieved a score of F. And yet they're getting ready to graduate from high school, and we're going to turn them loose and send them out there. Who's going to teach them about buying a new car? Car dealer? Now there's a plan. See, we parents have got to get involved, and the schools need to get involved. There's a whole process there. You have the ability to change your family tree. Don't just give them money. If you do the stuff we teach in here, you're going to become wealthy. And if all you give them is money and no character, you will be a curse in their life. You'll change your family tree in a negative way. If you give them a work ethic, honesty, and money, well, you've started a new thing. You're the new Rockefellers. You're the new Vanderbilts. You've begun to bust the whole thing up. And so kids really care about this stuff. Be proactive. Warren Buffett said, give enough money to your kids that they can do anything, but not enough that they can do nothing. So to close up this lesson tonight, I thought it would be fun to have one of the Ramsey kids come and talk to you about kids and money. So I want to welcome our middle child, Rachel Ramsey. Come out there, please.
Well, hey guys, I'm Rachel, and you'll always hear Dad say, money's fun if you got some. Well, not if you're Dave Ramsey's kid. Do you know that we have to work for every single thing that we want? You think you hear Dave says this or Dave said that? Try living with the man. Now, you know all those top 10 lists that they have on TV? Well, I made my 5 top reasons why it is so tough to be Dave Ramsey's kid. So reason number 5 why it is so tough is that every time you get in trouble, all you can hear is Dad's voice repeating over and over in your head, sell so much stuff, make the kids think they're next. Reason number 4 why it is so tough to be Dave Ramsey's kid. You have to pull out your envelope system when you're this big at school to buy chocolate milk. Reason number 3 why it is so tough. Anytime a hot guy asks to pick you up for a date, you're required to ask him if his car is paid for. And reason number 2 why it is so tough, those stupid scissors. Anytime a guy comes to pick us up on a date, Dad's standing on the front porch with a crazy look in his eye going, And reason number 1 why it is so tough to be Dave Ramsey's kid is that you are never, ever allowed, under any circumstances, to supersize your meals at McDonald's. Because if you put that 39 cents in the bank, you'll become a millionaire by the time you're 83. No, but in all seriousness, this stuff really does work. Ever since I can remember, Dad always told us that we had to save up and pay for half of our car. So once I saw my sister do it, I knew he was serious. So I started working and saving like crazy. And all that torture finally paid off because by the time I was 16 years old, I had saved over $8,000. So I got a $16,000 car paid for in cash. So parents and even grandparents, I just cannot stress it enough for you to go out and like teach your kids about all this money stuff. Because I'm just standing here as a living testimony telling you that if you teach your kids at a young age how to handle their money, when they're older, they don't have to go buy my dad's books. Thank you.
Yes, that's a proud daddy. That's okay. She's doing good, and so are the others. We're proud of them. If you teach them this stuff, they really do get it down in their spirits, and they really do understand it at a young age. So marriage and money, it's absolutely essential for nerds and free spirits to unite. It's absolutely essential for you singles to take control of your life. Put someone that's accountable to you, or that you're accountable to in your life. And those of you that are raising kiddos, don't be afraid to parent. Be a brave parent. And you're going to make some mistakes. Don't let those mistakes disqualify your authority position. Step into their lives. Be loving and firm, and loving and loving and loving and a little more firm. And be there for them and teach them this stuff. This stuff works. Thanks for being here.
Do y'all remember every Sunday night, Dad and Mom made us go get our boards off the fridge, our chore boards. We sat down in a circle and went over what we did do and what chores we did not do. And if we didn't do them, we did not get paid.
Do you guys remember those envelopes we used to use where we put all that money from the commission boards in?
Yes.
My spending envelope never went down.
I remember my envelopes just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger because I'm the natural saver of the group.
And Dad would have his 15 ones out, and us 3 kids would be there, and he'd go, for one kid, be like, Rachel, did you clean your room? Went through all of our chores, and if we didn't, he gave us all of our money. Denise always got the money because she's the most precise, and she always did her chores on time and everything. I think I was 8th grade, and Denise was a sophomore in high school. We opened up our own snack business called Integrity Snacks.
We had set up snacks and drinks.
And we did it in Dad's office because he has a couple of kitchens throughout his office building. And Denise kept the books for all of our snacking business. She's really good at the whole organization thing because I'm not. I'm kind of just out there. I just know that I didn't do too well with the whole checking account at first.
I remember sitting on the stairs in the kitchen and you having to make a phone call to the bank and apologizing.
And he was like, do you know what this means? And I was like, that I overdrew you on my account. He was like, yep, you took out money that you didn't have. He's like, so you're going to go down to the bank and personally apologize for them for lying, saying that you had the money to pay for this item and you didn't.
Mom and I were laughing at you.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that was not funny.
We really didn't think Dad would do it, but he did.
Denise never bounced a check. Denise is the little golden child. She's very organized, so she does everything really well about that. I'm proud of her for that.
So you'll always remember that, so you won't ever bounce the check again.
Haven't bounced a check yet.
Good for you.
Thank you very much. That was the basic thing growing up as a Ramsey kid, that you were on a commission from when you were 2 to when you're 20, that, whatever money you work for is the money you get to have to save, spend, and give.
If you're going to get married someday, you need to find out while you're dating what your boyfriend or girlfriend thinks about money. It's not enough to know what they like on their pizza. Money is the #1 thing married couples fight about. Money and relationships mess with each other. You need to figure this stuff out right now.